Stay tuned. The series is going to wake up your magic.
My name is Vanda.
So how many times have you felt internally and externally wanting to blame somebody else for what is happening to you? We all go through it. It's called life's experiences, and noticing that what we wanted has not happened or lined up the way we've expected it to, or we've wanted it to, or we had a feeling about it, or we saw it. We just didn't get it. In fact, we felt the opposite. That is a feeling of a shift of experience when the contrast shows up because you're not able to be lined up to receive what you've asked for or what you're expecting for, right? That is not blame. Blame is when you are causing that effect or that response or that reaction on another, and you're blaming them that you did not receive or you did not feel or you did not get the things that you want. So let's look at this and let's pay attention to how blame comes into being. I want to help you raise your awareness that even though it is a normal feeling of emotion of wanting to blame somebody else for your past actions or for things not happening the way you want them to happen, you have to understand that in doing that, you are giving up and you are releasing a huge amount of energy and personal power. And the reason why? Simple. No one has the power over you. No one has free will over you. You are the one that chooses in every aspect of your life what you are going to do and how you're going to do it. And it's in those moments that you're figuring out yourself that you're wanting to blame somebody else. You realize that you have given up that energy. And so that brings you to an awareness, okay, how easy it is for you to redirect your attention of who you really are. So let's take it into simple layman terms. When you're blaming somebody, know that you are giving your power away. When you are directing your thoughts and feeling hurt by somebody else's actions or words or reactions to you, and how you feel about it is one thing. You blaming them is a whole different bridge that opens up, that distorts your reality, okay, and disperses your energy, because the truth is that you are the creator of your life and you're the co-creator and collaborator of all the things that show up in your life. Now, there are instances that you go like this, okay, why did you do this? Because this causes something to me. So blame and guilt have a very thin threshold. When you are disgruntled or filled with resentment or frustrated with yourself already, it is so much easier to go in and blame others for what they are doing, because you are forgetting to look at who you are and what you're expecting of yourself. And too often, that mirror effect amplifies, and it's so easy to blame others for what in reality you are misguiding and redirecting within yourself. It's such a great word because it's so easy to blame somebody else for what you're not getting. So what I want you to look at is when you're in that state of seriously wanting to blame somebody, because it is much easier to blame somebody else than to take full responsibility and to take full ownership of all of what you're doing and all of what you're thinking and all of what you're feeling. But when you grow up a little, and when you're conscious of your awareness and you're conscious of your thoughts and your feelings, you kind of already know that the blamer in you is present. It's wanting to shout out and point that finger and redirect these poison arrows somewhere. And it's not at you. These are moments of what I spoke earlier on in one of the episodes of moments of self-realization, moments of opportunities, moments that you get to draw the curtains, moments that you get to grasp the opportunity in taking back your power and realizing, wait a minute, I'm the only one that is in control here. I'm the only one that is in charge of my life. I'm the only one that chooses over me and what to do, what I think, what I feel, and how I think and how I feel about all of this. I'm the only one that has that ability and that power and that capacity. So if I'm the only one that has that, why on earth do I get to these places and moments in time that I want to blame others for what is happening to me? Well, it's very simple. It means your cup is full. It means that your energy grid is compacted. It is chock-a-block. It's full of everything. There's no space for you to probably be thinking your thought or feeling your feeling or taking a deep breath in or just stopping, because you have momentum of so much going on, and it's so much easier for us to be taking the short road versus the road less traveled, that is the road that takes you within yourself, so that you're able to recognize, no, I'm not going to blame you today or blame it today, because that, them, and it or what is all sitting somewhere in the past. If you're present and you have truly connected to this inner space of your heart and your knowing, and just a little bit outside of the thought forms that are combating you, that are saying, it's not your fault, okay, it's their fault. You want to be able to take that breath in, probably step back, rewire your inward passage and that road that takes you into your heart of hearts, and take that breath and breathe in and just go, okay, what is happening right now? Because feelings are feelings and emotions are emotions, and your emotions are your guiding posts. They are your alerters. They are your signals that your cup is full, your energy blueprint, your energy vortex is full, your carpet is full, your cupboard is full, your table is full, your day is full of all these thoughts and emotions and energy that you're disregarding because maybe you're not seeing it the way you need to be seeing it, or maybe you're missing an opportunity, okay, of inner reflection that asks you to step back a little and be present with yourself, not so much in the future and not at all in the past. Taking ownership dispels and eradicates and lessens and softens the noise of the judgment and the shame and the guilt and the worry and most of all the fear. This is a big one, because if we are able to look within ourselves and know, okay, so it's shown up in my life, it's very clear that it's not what I want, it's not what I was expecting, it's not the outcome I desire, then it's only you that has the power to shift that inner vibration and see it for what it is. You blaming somebody else, or you choosing to redirect that power somewhere, all you're doing is you are taking away from you. You are stepping outside of your own alignment. And that only creates you attracting more of that blaming effect that puts you in the receiving mode of getting more of what you don't want. So, do you want more of what you don't want? Or do you want what you want? So when you blame, you've got to understand that these are two very different frequencies. It's more of what you want, is in tune, it's connected. You're seeing what you want and you're holding the vibration of what you want. This is what you don't want. So this vibration is lower, it's dispersed, it's all wonky-donkey. It's all over the place. And it causes a disbursement and a lineup for you to receive what you want. Those are two very different radio stations, two very different frequencies. Who chooses what you vibrate, what you communicate? Is it who you're blaming, or is it you? It's you, right? Unless you feel that you're a hostage, or you're bound, or you're in agreements, or things that you have to do that you don't want to do, and now you're blaming somebody. It happens a lot in relationships, in marriages, and siblings, and partnerships, and business agreements, and life in itself. But those contrasts give you opportunities and windows of opportunities to reflect and bring yourself back to your inner core and your rhythm that lines things up. Because sometimes, once you get more of what you don't want, you start getting, wait a minute, enough is enough, right? And then you have to step back, go into that road within and say, all right, I have to do something. I have to roll up my sleeves. I have to breathe in. I have to think very carefully, and I have to focus. The minute you bring your inner focus to you, to where you are, you're automatically setting your inner groundwork and pathing the way, okay, to be in your intentional and deliberate creative power. We all go through moments that we are blaming or wanting to blame. In that moment, it might feel better. It might give you some kind of relief. But does it really? Or is it a short burst of false relief that keeps you going on that shortened path that's not going to get you what you ultimately desire for yourself? The wisdoms you're looking for, they're not outside in blaming others. Who's to say that those contrasts and those moments that things didn't work out, they were supposed to work out, were guided and showcased and expressed probably perfectly to redirect your path so that you are on the way to getting truly what you desire. And there are moments of inner reflection that is needed. But if you go through these moments and you don't stop and realize that you are partaking and calibrating and collaborating with everything you're doing, then you need to revisit you, your life, and your purpose, and what you're focused on. The gaps are starting to get bigger and a little bit larger and wider between the contrast aspect of living and this inner well-being and this well of flourishing and innovative life force energy that you surrender your fears to, and you know everything is going to be okay. Those moments don't come when you're panicking or filled with anxiety or blaming other people, getting angry or frustrated On the contrast, when you are in those moments of frustration and angry and filled with resentment and spite and distorted thoughts, there is no space for you to be centered, calm, and peaceful and connected to the life force that gives life and brings peace to your heart. You have to grow up and choose which one that you want so that you are responsible. I see people continuing to do self-development work. They go to all these workshops, they go to counselors and therapy and all that, and they're still blaming. Who are you being? Forget about the rest of everybody else. My name is Vanda is designed for you to awaken this inner wisdom, to listen to the frequencies and choose the vibrational connection that you are going to be communicating from, so that you realize not only all the things you want, but those things that you've surrendered to and that you are in tune with. What a great time to be alive right now. What a great moment in this time for us to be present to this rich diversity of contrasts, thoughts and religions and beliefs and cultures and new ways, old ways, medium ways, whatever ways, multiverses, universes, galaxies, the whole universal structure. Who chooses you to be here on this planet? You. Would you not want to harness and embrace your life as you being the master creator of your life? Because if you do that, that lessens the holes and the emotional pools and those thought forms that are swimming around you and all of us that are looking for a way to peck themselves into your psyche. They're pecking themselves in to get a home, to build a nest into your mind and interrupt your processes. And you do that, and you open up those windows wide when you forget to step back, okay, into yourself, and you forget to hold yourself in a high esteem, and you forget that you are the true creator and collaborator of all of your life experiences. So, with that, next time that blaming feeling or that energy that comes around and swims around and wants to point that finger, take that as a signal that it's time for a vacation of the outside world. It's time to take a breather, time to self-reflect, go for a walk, take a beautiful therapy salt bath, the one that draws out that energy and not neutralizes it so much. Take a moment for yourself and know that you're on the threshold of giving up your power. Know that you have those choices at every moment to be more or to be less. No right and wrong, but you can't be blaming for choices you're making. I know it's a lot, because it is much easier to blame somebody. Oh yeah, that's their fault, right? But that road less traveled that takes you within and brings you back to your personal power, that's the road you want to be on. That right there is the awakening. It's like the wind blowing on you and the sun sparkling and creating the doorway and the passage into your own destiny. What a beautiful time to reflect on that.
So that you can manifest your dreams in this lifetime experience. We are empathic, we are sensitive, we are intuitive, we are psychically attuned to this energy world that is awakening who we are You're so much more than who you think you are. And remind yourself that your higher self absolutely knows what you want. You are the creator of future holds for you what you have put into your future, what you're thinking, but most of all, what you're feeling. That is what is coming to you. That is how the universe talks. You are the creator of your life. We all are. Are you ready?
My name is Mama Papa.